Kula watermelon. Yummy.
Perfect for a day like this.
All right, you ready to roll?
Ready.
Good afternoon. It's Robert and Julia Miller with the J. Patel Group and Rethink Real Estate with another exciting real estate update.
Exciting.
Number 38.
Episode 38.
Moving right along.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with a friend. It really helps our channel out.
Got that done early.
The more you like and subscribe, the more YouTube suggests it to other people looking for real estate news. So it helps.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. You got a joke for us?
I do, yeah. So I went into Best Buy this week to get batteries, and the kid at the counter asked me for my phone number and zip code. So I told him 867-5309 and 90210. He never even questioned it.
Showing your age a little bit there, baby.
I know.
Yeah. That's a good one. Okay. I am at that delusional age where I think everyone my age looks way older than I do.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Or you look at the kids behind the counter and you're like, God, they're so young. And then you realize they're not so young.
And I still have fantasies of being a Major League Baseball player, and then I look and everybody out there looks 12 years old.
Right.
I'm going,
exactly.
how are these guys playing Major League Baseball?
Yep, that's my
all right.
too.
Some interesting ones this week in history. In the year 2000, on June 30th, electronic signatures received full legal validity with the e-signing act.
Yeah, now I saw this, but it was like 10 years later before the real estate, here in Arizona anyway, recognized
Incorporated
it as legal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was surprised by 2000. It was actually really nearly 10 years before the real estate industry adopted it as a legal.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
I was surprised.
Okay, 1997, Mike Tyson bites Evander Holyfield's ear during a June 28th heavyweight title bout.
Shocked us all.
He did not win that fight. 1979, the Susan B. Anthony dollar is introduced July 1st.
Yes. Happy birthday, Susan. I think it's her birthday, isn't it? I don't know.
And the problem was it was the same size as a quarter.
Yeah.
So people were giving dollars for quarters all the time. And,
yeah. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
Good idea in thought.
Yeah. Looked good on paper. Okay, 1967, the first ATM with a maximum withdrawal of $28 opens June 27th in London. Isn't that an odd amount? So they $28. So it dealt with $1 bills. Now
it's probably because the fee on it was $28 to use it.
So now ATMs, you don't get anything but $20 bills now. I don't think I've ever gotten. You have to get $20 bills.
I think so. $20 increments. That sounds right. Yeah. Okay.
1962, the first Walmart discount store opens July 2nd in Rogers, Arkansas, thus beginning the era of shopping in pajamas and bunny slippers.
The location surprised me. I didn't realize it was Arkansas.
That's where Walton's from.
That's what I figured.
Arkansas.
It must be where the family's from. Yeah.
Where you been?
I don't know.
Okay. 1941, Bulova Watch airs the first television commercials July 1st in New York City.
Really?
Yeah.
Bulova Watch, huh?
That's where commercial television began, 1941.
Interesting.
1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria is assassinated June 28th in Sarajevo. Of course, it triggers the start of World War I.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
1897, The Chicago Cubs scored 36 runs in one game, June 29th, and that's still a record.
That's still
today.
a record.
You guys should have saved some of those runs. You can use them now.
We can use them now.
Yeah, Milwaukee is running away from you guys. You better.
Hey, Arizona's not doing any good either.
D-back team is terrible this year.
We're at least in the running.
Well, you guys are still right there. You could still get in the playoffs, no problem. But Milwaukee's.
You gotta make it happen.
You better close that gap a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, 1874 on July 1st, the Philadelphia Zoological Society opens the first zoo in the United States.
Aw, very cool.
Yep.
We love the zoo. World Wildlife, what? I always say it wrong. Wildlife World Zoo?
And aquarium.
And aquarium on this side. Yep.
Yeah.
Hickman eggs, you get a 2-for-1 coupon in it. You gotta open each carton. It's the styrofoam.
The jumbo
Jumbo
dozen.
eggs and dozen, yeah.
Yeah, a dozen.
And yeah.
It's a $40 coupon.
It's a $40
in an egg
coupon.
carton. So, who knew?
Hunt it down. We do. Target usually is where we have to go to get it.
I've been getting them at Safeway.
Ah,
even
there
so.
you go.
Okay, economic news. Still worried about hyperinflation, so we'll be talking about that probably
Inflation.
every week. Before Congress last week, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell admitted stronger inflation pressures than anticipated, but said hyperinflation was very unlikely. Powell said higher prices resulted from high demand with supply caught a little flat-footed. He pledged the Fed would remain patient but vigilant.
Okay.
CNBC. COVID-era bank restrictions on stock buybacks and dividend payments were lifted last week after stress tests from the Federal Reserve. So we're slowly but surely getting everything in the economy back to normal.
Okay.
Bond yields eased. The 10-year U.S. Treasury yield leveled off early Monday as investors digested a 3.4% uptick in the core personal consumption expenditures index. The PCE index is a favorite gauge of inflation for federal officials.
Personal consumption index.
Right. U.S. consumers also, the U.S. consumers' sentiment rose in June. They added a word in there that threw me off.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to housing news.
Yeah, spending is up, that's for sure.
Yeah, the Mortgage Bankers Association Home Price Index has declined 11% in the last 3 months, but the average home price set record high again of $361,750 June 20th. Selling at the fastest pace ever. That keeps accelerating too. We're on the market less and less time. This is interesting. New homes dip. So new home sales dropped for the second month in a row in May, falling below an 800,000 unit pace for the first time in a year. Okay. Available inventory grew from 315,000 to 330,000, a supply of 5.1 months at the current rate. The median price of a home sold was $374,400, up 18% from May of last year. The dip in housing,
let's talk
there's
about that.
more story behind that.
Yeah.
Builders would gladly open the floodgate.
Right.
If they had the materials and the labor, the lumber, the permits, if they had everything at their disposal in abundance, they would gladly open those floodgates, but they don't have that. So they are releasing a certain amount of lots, a certain amount of commitment to build
each month.
every month.
Yeah.
Because they can't just commit, sign contracts, and then tell people it'll be 2.5 years before your home's done. That won't fly.
No.
So they're having to limit it and just hold it back and hold it back. One particular builder we're working with this week, their July allotment of releases is 12. in this particular community. They're only allowed to release 12. Well, this is July 2nd, and they've already sold 8 of the 12.
Yeah.
They only have 4 left.
We were talking to them on July 2nd, had just been released the day before. 8 of the 12 were already gone.
So they're only going to be allowed to sell 4 more homes.
Right.
For the whole month.
And then they sit there and...
Yeah, and read trade magazines and man the office. So there's a little more to this dip in homes, in new
sales.
home construction sales.
And the whole 5 months worth of inventory,
not,
I don't.
Yeah, definitely not in our area.
It's a different.
Yeah.
It's like they're using metrics for one thing to apply to another kind of.
Right. Yeah. I don't imagine there's 5 months of supply of inventory anywhere. We're at 1.06 in the valley.
Now we did hear.
As an example.
Pulte up at North Point has some homes available actually.
Yeah. So. If you're looking locally, want new construction, let us know and we can fill you in on North Point.
Yep.
At the stunt
have
show.
An excellent salesperson that we work with up there, and
So this is great news that we've been hearing about. Lumber prices peaked at $1,670 per 1,000 board feet May 7th, but fell to $897.90 last week, almost in half, as pandemic-era demand ebbed. The lumber shortages are often cited for the overall rate of inflation, and the sudden slide may make the Fed less likely to quickly reverse its stance on monetary accommodation.
Okay.
So, all right, regulatory news. The final eviction extension, the Biden administration and the Centers for Disease Control, I still don't know how they play into decisions related to evictions, but at any rate.
Just like, I guess travel they have a little bit more of a say in, but some of their decisions are overreaching, and I think we're realizing that now.
Well, I just don't know where they fit into this kind of decision.
Yeah, I don't.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but that's just a personal opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Biden administration and the Centers for Disease Control said last week a COVID-19 residential eviction moratorium would be extended 1 full month through July 31st, 2021.
And that's it.
This is intended to be the final extension of the moratorium. So we shall see.
Yep.
Last week, President Joe Biden announced a $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure compromise, pared down from a proposal of $2.2 trillion.
Yeah.
The plan includes infrastructure expansion for high-speed broadband, transportation, clean water, renewable energy, and electric vehicles. Congress must vote to approve the plan. I don't think there's going to be any problem with that.
I don't think so either. I think the plan's gone around and around enough times now that
I think everybody's in agreement behind the scenes.
Thanks for the news this week.
Yeah, so your rates are staying pretty stable. 30-year still 3.198, 15-year 2.539, and the VA is coming in at 2.843. Inventory, we actually went down a little bit because remember we had gotten what was it, 6,500 or 6,700 something? It was.
No, we saw like 62.
Was it 62?
For a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's dropped slightly. It's at 6,042 valley-wide currently. Yeah. Peoria has 195.
Oh, okay.
And Surprise has 181.
Okay.
Closer to home, Trilogy at Estancia, we're down to 5 listings. Pretty sparse right now.
Yeah, it's pretty sparse.
And price-wise, they're pretty high. $614,900 is the most affordable home in Trilogy right now.
Pool or no pool?
I think it has a pool.
Okay.
It's a Nice.
I did see that come on.
I can't tell you for
I can't
sure,
tell for sure
if it has. It may not have a pool. $1,099,000 is the most expensive home.
A Nice model's like 1,900 square feet, in case you wonder.
What's that?
A niece model.
Oh, 1925. Yes,
1925.
very popular floor plan.
Yeah, it's a nice floor plan.
Estancia Village has 16 homes available. Price range from $400,000 to $725,000.
Okay.
Blackstone Country Club has 5 homes available.
All right.
Price ranging from $649,900 to $1,249,900.
All right.
Cortabella has 4 homes available. Price range $419,950 to $725,000.
It's about on par for Cortabella.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sun City West has 26 homes available. Price range of $179,900 to $650,000. And finally, Sun City Grand has 17 homes available. Price range $325,000 to $979,000.
Wow, 17. Went into a Sun City West home this week, and wow, it has some structural issues.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
I have
that.
not seen cracks that big in a while in a house, and wow.
Must have some drainage problems or something.
Yes,
going
it
on.
had to have, because wow. Yeah, so it's been a
Why you
busy
take
week
a realtor
this week.
with you. That's
Yeah.
the kind of thing we look for, and we'll be certain to point it out to you.
Yep. So
Okay, that's everything we have for you. Everybody have a fantastic holiday weekend.
happy 4th of July.
Yes, happy Independence Day,
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy it, and have a blessed week, and we'll see you again next week.
See you next week.
Take care.